I checked out that AAA show last night, and man, was it a lot of fun. More than that, though, I think that there are a few things that WWE can really learn from AAA. Before we get into it, though, make sure to hit that button to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. We're having a lot of fun on this channel, so come, join us, be a part of the fun. Now, let's talk wrestling. One of the things that stuck out to me the most when watching this AAA event was how short it was. It was, I think it was the equivalent of like a PLE or maybe even a Saturday night's main event. But the whole thing was 4 matches and it was under 2 hours. And it didn't feel like any of it was too short or too long, right? Like it was action packed. There were some 3-minute matches, there were some 20-minute matches, and they all felt like they were the perfect amount of time. Nothing felt rushed, nothing felt like it was dragging. WWE has a problem with this in PLEs, with their 3-4 hour PLEs with 6 matches. Most of the time, I guess they're 5, but still 3-4 hour PLEs that drag a lot of the time. Sometimes they have, matches that are there for no reason. Sometimes matches that don't really make sense. Sometimes the matches that you expect to be in PLEs aren't. And everything just felt right about this event. Like I mentioned, right? The matches like the mixed tag match with Javon Evans and Chelsea Green, that was a really short match and it really did a lot in its time. Everyone was showcased, right? Like everyone had their spots, had their moments. We got out of there happy. No one, as far as I can tell, no one was unhappy with how short the match was. No one felt like it was dragging. Perfect amount of time. WWE needs to take this formula and put it on some of the matches in PLE, some of the matches even in regular programming, right? We can benefit from more action, shorter matches, and just keep the show moving. So this is something that I love to see. I loved seeing how every second mattered for these matches. And I would love WWE to do more of that in their regular programming. Speaking of which, another thing that stood out to me is, like I said, only 4 matches, but they all led to something else, right? Like every match set up the next match. Like the first match was a triple threat match for #1 contendership for the cruiserweight title, right? And I guess it's going to be a triple threat match at their next event, but this was to determine one of the 2 competitors for that title. Perfect, setting that up. The next match, checks notes, was a multi-man tag match, right? I think it was 4-on-4. And at the end of this match, the Wyatts interrupted. Boom, that match is set up for the next event, right, in Guadalajara. After that, we got the Ethan Page and Chelsea Green match against Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana. After this match was done, Hijo del Doctor Wagner Jr. came out to attack Ethan Page. I guess they have a match for whatever Wagner Jr.'s title is in Guadalajara. And so there was a beatdown. Ethan Page beat down Hijo del Doctor Wagner Jr. Boom, set that up for the next match. The main event was Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee and Hijo del Vikingo, right? After that match, boom, like Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano win, and immediately we get the Titantron, whatever. We get Penta and Rey Fenix, Lucha Brothers reuniting to take on Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano at that event in Guadalajara. Each one of these matches had something right after that told you what was coming next. I love that, right? Like so many times PLEs end and you're like, all right, where do we go from here, right? Like, does this mean, like, is this feud over? Is this feud going to continue? Okay, like, for example, Jade Cargill, she beat Tiffany Stratton. She's the champion now. Now what? Right? And we're kind of still there, right? Like, now what? Everything that happened at this event led to something else. We know what's coming next. We know what the next storyline is, and WWE can absolutely benefit from that, right? Like more concise storytelling. Everyone knows what's coming next, and I love that. I absolutely love that about watching this. Another thing, an absolute crowd favorite, aside from Dominik Mysterio, of course, and El Grande Americano, because these guys are so over at AAA. But a crowd favorite is Mr. Iguana. I think the WWE can really benefit from someone with these comedic skills. Maybe the issue is the language barrier, right? Like the guy doesn't really talk much in WWE or in AAA, right? There's a lot of facial expression. The Iguana itself, being the character, is what makes this character fun. Can you imagine some segments with La Yesca and R-Truth? Boom, amazing, right? Like Mr. Iguana as like a comedic character doesn't even need to talk much. He doesn't talk much in WWE from what I got, or in AAA from what I gathered. Why not? Let's put this guy on the main roster. Let's sell a bunch of iguana puppets, WWE. Come on, I know your eyes are seeing dollar signs. Let's sell a bunch of iguana puppets. Let's put him on the main roster. Let's have him team up with R-Truth. An amazing tag team match. R-Truth and Mr. Iguana, Mr. Truth Guana. I don't know. I don't care, right? But I think that WWE needs more fun characters like this. WWE is so serious sometimes, and we're kind of forgetting about like that comedic aspect that wrestling really thrives on, right? I mean, to quote Simon Miller, goofy wrestling for life. And I think Mr. Iguana in the main roster would be absolute gangbusters. WWE, let's put this guy on the main roster. Let's see what happens. If it doesn't work out, we send him back down to AAA. No big deal, right? But I think WWE needs to experiment more with these luchadores in the main roster. If we're really one wrestling family, right? Like, let's incorporate each other. Let's push these guys and see what happens, right? I guarantee you, Mr. Iguana would be so over with the WWE audience, right? There's a lot of people that don't watch AAA that would see this guy on their TV for the first time and instantly fall in love, right? Kids walking around with Yeska puppets, let's go, right? I think let's push this guy to the moon. Not just this guy, right? But like even people like Octagon Jr. that I saw yesterday in the triple threat match. Wow, that was fun as well. Right? Like WWE just needs to experiment more with pushing these guys on the main roster. Like I mentioned also, right? Dominik Mysterio is a superstar, right? And it's never been more obvious than last night at that AAA event, right? Like this guy gets the biggest pop of the night. And I think he's supposed to be a heel, although it was weird because if he is supposed to be a heel and El Grande Americano is supposed to be a heel, Hijo del Vikingo's a heel, it was 3 heels and Dragon Lee. Also, that was another, like, Dragon Lee was so freaking good in that match. WWE needs to take advantage of this guy in ring. His mic skills need work. I'll give you that, WWE. But this guy in ring is phenomenal, man. Like, he did a dive off of the stands, like the top barricade onto Dominik Mysterio, and it was amazing, dude. Dragon Lee was so fun to watch last night. Like, I haven't seen that Dragon Lee in my WWE programming. So I think WWE can really benefit in taking how some of these wrestlers are being portrayed in AAA and take it to the WWE main roster, right? Dominik Mysterio is a face. I'm sorry to tell you this. He's a face already. We all love him. Let's just turn him babyface. Let's give him the title. He has the main title in AAA. Let's give him one of the world titles and see what happens. Why not, right? El Grande Americano, he's barely on our programming, right, on Raw and SmackDown, right? He's there sometimes, but there's really no story. Like, there was kind of a story between him and Penta. Not really. I guess it kind of transformed into a AAA story now. But WWE just needs to listen to these fans, and why not, right? Like, let's take this formula, let's put it on the main roster, let's see what happens, right? El Grande Americano was supposed to be a joke that is so over with everyone, but they haven't capitalized on it on the main roster. So things like that. And like I said, right, Dragon Lee is an amazing performer. I saw that yesterday. I saw Dragon Lee yesterday, and I was like, put the world title on this guy, right? Just because he was so fun to watch. And again, WWE has not capitalized on this guy. So a lot of these wrestlers, a lot of these superstars that are doing great jobs in AAA, WWE hasn't fully capitalized on them, hasn't fully pushed them to their potential that they have, and they need to do that in the main roster. And finally, I touched on this a bit, but the WWE needs to have more of these AAA guys on the main roster, right? Like I mentioned, there's a lot of people that aren't watching AAA. I try to as much as I can. I don't always see when the events are happening, so sometimes I miss them. But if I see that they're coming up, I'm gonna do my best to watch them, right? But pushing these guys on the WWE roster, even just showcasing them, would do so much for these guys' career, would do so much for the brand, would help incorporate all these brands, have AAA be as a third brand, third, fourth brand for WWE, right? We had the Wyatts make an appearance at what was it called, Alianzas, I think it was called, the event, at this AAA event yesterday. We had the Wyatt Six show up, and well, not show up, but there was a video package, right, where they challenged, right, Cycle Circus. Let's have Cycle Circus show up at WWE SmackDown, right? Let's have Cycle Circus show up wherever the Wyatts are, right? The Wyatts are this creepy faction. The Cycle Clowns are supposed to be this like creepy faction too. Why not? Let's incorporate it all, right? Let's be one big happy family where everything affects everything, right? The storylines in AAA affect WWE. The storylines in WWE affect AAA, right? Crossover both ways, not just WWE superstars going down to AAA, but AAA superstars coming up to Raw and SmackDown, right? SmackDown can use a bigger roster. SmackDown can use from some of these stories, right? Let's incorporate some AAA stories into SmackDown because something's definitely missing from SmackDown for me. And I think that this would absolutely fix it, right? Having some of these stories be told on SmackDown in weekly programming would absolutely fix SmackDown and bring more eyes to AAA. So I think that incorporating these stories, incorporating these superstars, having superstars go back and forth, not just WWE superstars going to AAA, would do so much for everyone, and it would benefit everyone, and it would benefit wrestling as a whole, and it would make me so much happier as a wrestling fan, right? WWE SmackDown drags. Put some AAA superstars in there, and I guarantee you things would change. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, right? Did you guys watch that AAA show last night? What did you guys think? Do you guys think some of those superstars are ready to go to the main roster? Let me know what your thoughts are in general, right? What are some things that you noticed from that show that WWE just isn't doing or needs to do more of? And let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this. I really do think that WWE can incorporate AAA a lot better into their programming, and it would be beneficial for everyone. Since you made it this far, though, drop a like, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you saw that show last night. Let's have more of these conversations in the comments, right? Let's talk about how to make WWE better. Even if they're not listening, I'm listening. So anyway, until next time, peace.